Good evening. It's about time for the evening meal chime. We're going to see if we can wait for just a second. And then when it's all chimed up, we're going to eat our meal. So, whoa. So it looks like it's about ready to go off. I mean, the chimes got off. There's the announcement.
식사 배달을 모두 마쳤습니다. 객실 문 앞에 도시락이 준비되어 있으니 천천히 맛있게 드십시오. 감사합니다.
Okay. English.
I've finished the meal delivery is complete. A lunchbox is prepared in front of the room door, so please enjoy your meal slowly. Thank you.
All right. Time to go get the food.
晚饭了，客厅门前准备好了便当，慢慢享用吧。谢谢。食事の配達をすべて終えました。客室のドアの前にお弁当をご用意しておりますので、ごゆっくりお召し上がりください。ありがとうございます。Раздача еды завершена. Откройте дверь своей комнаты. Возьмите коробку для завтрака, поставленную перед дверью, и медленно наслаждайтесь. Спасибо.
Okay, there we go. There's the all the announcements are done, and it's time for the evening meal. Unfortunately, this is not actually my evening meal. The evening meal is garbage. Due to a snafu, audio was not recorded for the evening meals delivery, and I'm not going to eat the garbage. As much as I would love to, I can't. I quickly consumed the evening meal, then discovered that the audio was not recording properly, and we didn't get any of that. In fact, the audio that you just heard is just a recording of the evening meals chimes and various recordings, which is great, but well, sometimes we mess up, and that's what's happened here. So this is the garbage from the evening meal, but let me tell you, it was pretty good. It had some beef with some onions, and then there was a little small drink again. I'm sure I'll get something very similar soon, but everything I get tomorrow for starting breakfast will be just more food. I've requested more food. They said they'll start bringing more food, and I'll keep doing that until we get about sufficient amount of food. I'm losing a little bit of weight. I'm used to eating quite a bit more. Even when I ate, I don't even know how many calories, but I would eat entire chickens and ribs and in a day, and have soda every few minutes. I was, living a very active life, eating quite a bit of food, and I was losing weight then, but slowly I'm just losing the weight a little faster than I should, and leading up is great. I'm making sure I'm exercising moderately right now. In a hotel room, what can I really do? Let's see, there we go. Maybe that's a little bit better for us. I'll be a little more friendly today. And the evening meal, it's supposed to be the biggest meal of the day, I think, in especially this country, and it's they're going to bring me more food, which is great. I'll be able to talk about more food, and I'll have more food in the future. I could play the chime each time, which I'll do for now on. I have the recordings, so we'll be able to do that. It's a little bit of a fakery, but it gives you the sense of what's going on, and I'll fetch the food on camera in the future. I'll actually go out the door, fetch the food after the chime goes off. And so I'll play the chime each time so you get the sense of what's going on. And even though the chime's already previously played, you'll hear the recording of what the chime sounds like, and then we'll be able to make it happen. As far as any other requests that you guys make for the full experience, make the request. I'll see what I can do. I guess I could talk about a few things that I probably haven't mentioned yet. The bed. Now it doesn't have a frame that keeps it off the floor. I think it's a tradition in this country that, in a lot of Asian countries, that the bed is low to the ground. And so there is no bed frame. There's nothing. You can't stick anything under the bed. You can't lose anything under the bed. But at the same time, sometimes in small hotel rooms you could kind of shove things under the bed. And here there's no room for that. Now the mattress is really firm. I would say the best way I could describe it is if anyone's done physical therapy before, where you have those very hard, well, not hard, but it's just firm, like they're kind of like a mattress that's slightly raised off the ground where you're doing exercises. It feels a bit like that. The other thing, let's see, that I haven't covered. So we cover this with evening meal. Okay, we've got the bed, meal deliveries. So I think I've gone over this before, but 8 o'clock, noon approximately, and 6 o'clock. Now, if they've got all the meals out, as soon as they're ready to, and they've got all the meals and they're set, they'll play the chime and you'll be able to fetch your food. So you can't count on exactly when it comes, but that's the approximate time. I think they want to do that so they come as warm as possible. They refer to the meal production area as a restaurant. Now, I don't know if it's an in-hotel restaurant or where they're getting the food from. I don't know what this hotel would have if it was a normal hotel. They played another very long recording. I can play part of it, I think the Korean part and then the English part of the recording was very, very long, and it basically gave us all the instructions of what was going on. It seemed to be like a recap of things that you should have read, but it's like maybe some people weren't following the instructions, or maybe they had a lot of men that never read the instructions, and so they had to tell everyone what's going on and how to keep the rules. So that happened recently. I did record all of it, so I could play part of it, because I think it may be more than 10 minutes to get through all the recording and all the languages. I don't know how many languages people speak that watch the video, but it's a very long recording when you listen to all the languages. I think it goes through almost every possible language that would be here. So it seems like it's the languages, as far as I could tell, Korean first, English, and then it might be another, like it could be Mandarin, Cantonese, and then Japanese, I think, is the very end. As far as the languages, I think that's the extent of them. There might be something else they throw in there, and when I'm listening to languages, I hear Japanese. I could hear the Korean, the difference between Japanese, Korean, and Chinese. And it seems, when you listen to those languages, it seems to be there's commonalities between that, but also a lot of differences for anyone that's able to pick up, what languages sound like. You could distinguish between those languages, but it seems to be Cantonese, Mandarin, Korean, and Japanese, I think. But it could be another language I'm not familiar with that's in there somewhere. And that's the best I could tell, because I'm not a language expert by any means, but I certainly know enough Japanese to hear Japanese when I hear it. And then Korean, I'm hearing it now a little bit and getting used to it, but it's hard for someone that's used to just hearing English all the time. When you try to pick up an Asian language and understand it and hear it and know the difference, it's just a bit difficult. Now, okay, the food delivery in the bed, we've got over that. And garbage they want it out, in the biohazard bag after breakfast. It seems to be when they want it. So I would love to have it out after every meal, but they're only doing once a day pickup. It just, you could smell the food long after you've ate it, you know, with the garbage. So it'd be nice to get rid of the garbage after every meal. But they're saying that, of course, this is not a hotel, not a standard hotel now. It's been converted to a government facility for the purpose of quarantine. So they made that very clear, is that, you know, all the niceties of normal hotel is not being done. You know, you have the towel you get is the towel you get. So for 10 days you've got towels. So you know, I figure 5 days in, switch from one towel to the other. And if you want to do laundry, you do it in the sink. That seems to be something that some Asian cultures do anyway, and so I've just picked up on that. I'm doing daily laundry, so it's whatever I wore, you know, as far as if I need clean underwear, I wash the underwear. So there's a rotation. As far as a chore I do, so the underwear or socks, if I wore socks that I tend to not to wear, I wear the little house slippers. I figure every 5 days you rotate. They're just pretty much disposable. You just dispose of a set and then move on. So I'm wearing the house slippers as much as possible, and then if I do wear socks and they got soiled, I could just wash them, launder them in the sink, hang them out. Now there's a very good dehumidifier in the bathroom. It pretty much makes all the water disappear. There's no mold, there's no mildew, so they have that system going in the bathroom, which makes it really good. It's an efficient little room, and everything that's being, there's some really nifty electronics. There's 3 panels, so there's one over here by the bed, there's one over here as you're walking between the bathroom area that's still in the bedroom. You could, that control panel. Now the control panels control the lights and the fan. Now the one over here past the TV, that also controls the heating and air conditioning. Then the one in the bathroom, it controls the bathroom fan, bathroom light. Then there's a control panel next to the toilet that controls the toilet. Now I believe the toilet does more than just flush and bidet. It might play music or something else, but I've never figured out how to make those operations happen. Some have some ambient sounds that they can play to disguise the going of the bathroom sounds. When someone relieves themselves, they can play some sort of music. If it does that, I don't know how to do it. Now the shower has a rainfall shower from above and a handheld. I just like the rainfall, so I'm just using that. So I've done the bathroom tour. If you need another tour of some things I've specifically not covered here, or in the tour of the room, I can do that. Now, I'm going to throw out the garbage in a second. Having food right here, it's kind of smells it's not putrid rotten, but it's like you don't want to smell food you've already had on the garbage. So I'm going to get rid of that now. And this is it for this video. If you guys need more entertainment, I'll try. Basically, there isn't much room to do, any song and dance numbers in here. We're just gonna, explain what's going on as far as what it's like to be quarantined for a period of 10 days, and what it's like to eat the food that they deliver and any other logistics. Now, obviously, I'm keeping myself busy. I have a lot of sports action shots that I'm in. It's surfing videos, there are some surfing videos that I haven't posted. There's also some surf photos that I haven't posted to my Instagram. I'm really far behind. I had a hard drive problem a few months ago, and it created a cascade problem for a while where I wasn't able to post like I meant to, and so I'm fixing that. And I've just lost my studio light. It looks like I need to charge that battery, so this video is now officially over. Over now.